After receiving the product, inspect its appearance, structural parts, and packing list for any damage or inconsistencies with the ordered product. If any issues are found, contact your distributor immediately. We have accessories at the top, including a wall mounting bracket, a quick start guide, and the necessary installation accessories for the packaging. Remove the 3-phase hybrid inverter from the packaging box. Take out the wall mounting bracket. Use a spirit level to ensure the mounting bracket is horizontal during installation. Position the mounting bracket horizontally against the wall and mark the drilling positions. Use a hammer drill with a 10 mm diameter drill bit to drill holes into the wall to a depth of 80 mm. Insert the expansion bolts into the drilled holes and secure the mounting bracket firmly against the wall. Attach the inverter onto the mounted bracket, ensuring it aligns with the holes on the bracket. Use nuts to securely fasten the mounting bracket and the inverter together, ensuring they are tightly connected. Retrieve the PV terminals from the accessory box. Strip the insulation from each DC cable by approximately 7 mm to 8 mm. Assembling the crimp contact and cable. Use the crimping pliers to securely assemble the cable ends. Lead the cable through the cable gland and insert the crimp contact into the insulator until it audibly snaps into place. Pull the cable gently backward to ensure a firm connection. Verify the polarity correctness. Connect the connectors to their respective terminals and the PV panel cable to the PV terminal until an audible click is heard. Verify that the connectors are firmly and securely in place. Retrieve the BAT terminals from the accessory box. Strip the insulation from each DC cable by approximately 7 mm to 8 mm. Use a dedicated crimping tool to securely crimp the stripped bare copper conductor. Insert the crimped wire into the terminal through the rear of the BAT terminal housing until you hear a click, indicating successful fixation. Tighten the cap at the terminal rear. Ensure correct polarity. Connect the connectors to their respective terminals. Connect one end of the battery cable to the BAT port of the inverter until you hear a clicking sound. Connect the other end to the power line interface of the rack mounting BESS. Take out the battery communication cable from the accessories box, insert it into the COM terminal, and connect the meter communication cable. Strip the insulation from the battery communication cable and locate pins 4, 5, 8, and 7. Using a dedicated crimping tool, securely crimp the stripped bare copper conductor and prepare the smart meter cable in the same manner as shown in the video. Connect pins 4, 5, 8, and 7 of the battery communication cable sequentially to ports 11, 10, 9, and 8 of the COM terminal. Then, insert the METR and meter_B of the smart meter cable into ports 6 and 7 of the COM terminal, respectively. When installing the COM terminal, ensure the raised section aligns with the arrow marking until you hear a click, indicating the cover is securely fixed. Insert the COM terminal into the COM port of the inverter, and connect the other end to the PCS1 port of the rack mounting BESS. Ensure the connection is secure. Connect the METR and meter_B of the smart meter communication cable to the RS485A and RS485B ports of the smart meter respectively. Connect L1, L2, L3 and N of the smart meter voltage sampling lines to the L1, L2, L3 and N ports of the grid measurement terminal respectively. Install the current transformer on the measurement circuits of the household grid in sequence. Install the Wi-Fi logger into the Wi-Fi port. Strip 90 mm of the cable jack and 12 mm of the wire insulation. Insert the cable into the waterproof cover and handle the core to ensure good electrical connectivity. Insert the cable core into the corresponding position on the terminal block, and use an M5 screwdriver to tighten the screws on the terminal block to a torque of 2.3 North M. The grid terminal block is situated underneath the inverter. The grid connection involves the 3-phase 4-wire grid and pay connection. Insert the corresponding wire core into the correct position in the terminal block according to the L1, L2, L3, and pay markings, and make sure that each wire core is tightly secured and in good contact with the terminal block. Insert the cable wire cores into the correct positions on the terminal block. Use an M5 screwdriver to tighten the screws on the terminal block to a torque of 2.3 North M. Cover the wired unit enclosure and secure it using M6 screws. Ensure that all screws are tightened using a Phillips screwdriver to a torque of 3 to 4 Nm to ensure that the enclosure seals and cables are securely fastened in place. Strip one end of the ground wire using wire strippers. Use a crimping tool to secure the terminal onto the stripped end of the ground wire. Repeat the same process for the other end of the ground wire. Secure one end of the ground wire to the side of the enclosure using an M5 screw and a torque screwdriver. Secure the other end of the ground wire to the main ground terminal. First, turn on the grid switch, then turn on the EP switch. Move the DC switch from the off to the on. Finally, the screen will light up. Before connecting the rack mounting BESS in parallel, please ensure that the parallel connection cables are ready. Remove the downlink terminal cap from the main unit and insert the battery communication cable. Insert the battery power cable into the power interface of the main unit's control box. Then insert the other end of the communication cable into the upper link port of the slave unit, and insert the other end of the power cable into the power interface of the slave unit's control box. If you have any questions, please get in touch with SWAT and service at swat10@siuon.com. Our technical support team will provide professional solutions and services. Thank you for watching.